Okay, let's move our EM railguns, eh? Let's move our EM railguns. So what do we need? We need supermagnetic rings. We've got those. Let's make a couple more. Let's make a couple more, and then let's path up. Let's path up to the... Let's path up to the poles. Let's path up to the poles with our huge, brand new fleet of rail ejectors. We'll make 4 more. Sure. Literally oil. Literally oil is what we're after. Isn't it crazy? Take this out, take this out. Sure. So, if we have railguns on the poles, then we should be able to consistently bang some solar sails into orbit. Now, the poles. The poles are the better pole for us, I think, is the south one. The better pole is the south one. Let's take a little gander down this way, see what's going on. We may need to terraform a little bit. Doesn't look like we will. Looks like the South Pole is on land here. So what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to... I really hate building at the poles. Okay, try like... No tall building and muzzle rotation. Yeah, okay, so try this. Try this. This is just... Building around a circle is tough. So we can do that. But that, of course... I kind of like this look. It kind of looks pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like this. This is kind of fancy. This is kind of fancy. This is kind of fancy. Okay. And then what do we need? We need, what, 3 more to make it even. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need iron for that. Fine. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so power and belts. Just belting this thing up is gonna be nightmarish. Absolutely nightmarish. Will it be worth it? Almost certainly, probably yes. Also, can we build on this coal source? I think we can. Also, we don't have any foundation. Okay, we'll come back in a sec because we're gonna need more belt anyway. Okay. At least it looks cool. At least it looks cool, even if it is a pain to get up and running. At least it looks freaking cool. Small wins, eh? Small wins. Okay, so what did I say that we needed? We needed foundation, which we should have in absolute abundance over here. We should probably consider maybe adding a little bit of additional steel to this process. There we go. That's 80 more foundation, so we'll get that in a second. Let's go and juice up. Let's hardcore juice right now. Juice zone. It's right below me. Potato, you're an idiot. Ah, yes. Vein burying. Vein burying. Alright, we'll experiment with that in just a sec. That's cool. We need to use that. Alright. Let's grab some more iron and also some more steel whilst we're over here. Excellent. My steel. Getting a little bit low on the old steel, I must say. I must say. It's probably because we are pretty much out of iron. Pretty much out of iron. Who'd have thunk it? Iron and oil. Oh, look at that. We're charging our batteries. You love to see the batteries charged. You love to see the batteries charged. It means that there's actually progress being made. Right. So, South Pole is in that direction, obviously. What a stupid point to make, Potato. Okay. Bring the belt along the surface of the water. I feel like that's probably best. Nice. And... Right. I am gonna almost certainly run out of power on this little cruise, because I know for a fact... that my little construction robots will not be able to keep up. This is a horrifically squint belt. Hello, Dane. How's it going? Alright. Dyson Sphere Program. Cool. Let's grab this. Okay, foundations. So, expand this out a little bit. So, vein bury mode. Vein bury. Cool. So does it still show up in... Ah, yes, I see. So it still shows up in vein distribution. But it means that we no longer have to deal with it. Very, very cool indeed. I like it a lot. And now we have a clean spot to throw down the last two... Oh, man, this looks very, very nice. This almost looks, dare I say, professional. Professional. The next question is how do we want to tackle this belting mission? Oh my goodness, this is a very funky belt. We might even be able to just like angle too wide. Needs valid connection. Oh no. Oh no. It's oh, this is gonna be oof. Oof. Oh, this is... Oh. Here's the thing, right? I don't think that anything that I do is gonna make this belting job easy. The real question is, though, is it worth it to maintain this really cool star pattern? And the answer to that is I think yes. I think that it is worth it. I think that it is worth it. Try making a splitter. Try making a splitter. Okay. So that works perfectly. Fine. It's too far. It's too far. Alright, so if I stick a splitter down, here, right in the center, it almost feels anticlimactic. In fact, it is anticlimactic. Let's bring in the belts this way. Goodness gracious me. Oh, it's just so ugly. It's just so ugly. Okay, so at least we've got the first ring sorted. Right? First ring. Okay, first ring is not sorted. Excellent. But the first ring can be sorted. It's easy to sort. The real difficulty is the second one. The second ring. Is there any way that I could get, like... Is there any way that I could get them to sort of daisy chain together? I gotta try that. Let me give that a crack. Okay. Oh no, also power. I suspect that we might have an issue powering this. I dearly want this setup to work because it is immensely cool. However, I don't think that there's going to be a way to power the insides. I don't think that there's going to be a way to power the inside things. Satellite energy. Oh, yeah. Satellite energy is big brain. This is Pog. Okay. Let's fly back. Let's ignore all of the belt stuff. And let's pick up the resources that we need in order to make satellite energy. Which I believe should just be the plasma exciter, which is just a little bit of glass, which we are flying over right now. And then also these magnets. Okay. Never used this before. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna see if they daisy chain between each other. I'm not sure if they will. But I guess like the power issue is kind of independent of the belt issue. We'll head back and have a little crack with that in just a sec. Let me juice up whilst I'm over here. Cool. Also, how do we deploy this satellite? Oh. Oh. I see. So it doesn't actually work how I thought it did. Interesting. It looks very, very cool. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So we can stick some belts in between the launchers if we need like a little intermediate thing. A little intermediate thing to sort of path to. But it only works if we're actually able to daisy chain the solar sails out. Okay. So, for example, are we able to... Excuse me, where are my construction droids? Oh, here they come. That's nice of them. Glad they decided to take 20 minutes. Too close to the EM rail ejector? Okay, well, we can still do this. We can still do this. It's just gonna be 2 instead of 1, which is fine. Which is fine. Yeah, we should probably bury that that crude right there. It's a little... Looks a little daft. Looks a little daft. Belt. So this is the inputs. This is the outputs. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It will be worth it. It will be worth it for the sweet, sweet vibes that we're gonna get from this area. Okay. We're sorted. We're sorted. We're sorted. We're sorted. Okay. So let's get these. Let's get these in space. Let's also travel back with the use of wind turbines to assist in power generation. Given that we've got them, there's no reason not to use them, at least for the first leg of the journey. Okay. Is that connected there? Just want to double check, you know, just to make sure. It's not connected there. That's exactly why I wanted to check. That's also not connected. Again, it doesn't particularly matter, because at least we get the wind turbine. At least we get the wind turbine down. Cool. Alright, so as long as my construction droids are able to build all of this stuff, then we should be good. We're almost done with gas giant exploration. This entire area is now powered, or will be powered in just a second. Head back over here. Alrighty. It's good. It's good, good, good. Power satisfaction is very, very low because we just need to get this last wind turbine down, so that it's going to link up the entire grid, and just like that, it's good. Okay, daisy chain. Let's see if we can try and daisy chain the railguns together. So it says that we can output. It says that we can output. We can definitely input. Let's run the test. We have a couple of solar sails on us right now. Yes, 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 yes. We're totally able to do it. Oh, this is wonderful. This is excellent. Okay, so that, oh, this is so good. This is actually so good. Right, now, how do we get the wonky ones? The wonky ones are the problem now, because we're still able to do a little bit of daisy chaining between the ones on the straight lines. But the wonky ones, how do we deal with the wonky ones? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna set the orbit. We're gonna set the orbit in just a second. I kind of want to see all of the rail cannons working at the same time, though. So I'm kind of gonna hold off on doing that. So they're all gonna pog out together. That's the dream. Okay. Now, wonky ones. Wonky ones. Okay, I actually have a solution to this. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. I think we want to take a split. I think we want to take another splitter. Right? So I think we want to take another splitter. Stick another splitter in here. I think that there's probably a more efficient way of doing this, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it literally does not matter. It literally does not matter. As long as we're able to get it to work, doesn't bother me. That collides with another object. That is so unbelievably frustrating. Because I kind of need that to go in there like so. Because what I was kind of thinking is that we're able to just get like some sort of circularized belt system that goes around here, like around the outside. Looks a little bit ugly. But at the end of the day, if it works, right? Okay, you know what? Let's move the splitter to the outside, and then we'll do all of our stuff on the outside. We'll do all of our stuff on the outside, and it'll be totally fine. I think removing the railguns at this point would be a admission of defeat. It would be an admission of defeat, I think. So even though it's going to be a little bit irritating, it should be fine. Daisy chaining the outer railguns together might work. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting. This is a good design that I've got in my brain. This is a good design I've got in my brain. Okay. So let's take this up. It's so difficult to work at the poles. It's nothing lines up. Perspective is twisted here. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Because we can bring the belt around in a straight line as long as it's... Okay, this absolutely does not work. Close though. Maybe try the next line. So we tried there. Try here instead. Need valid connection. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, really? We can't daisy chain these together? Oh, that's deeply frustrating, in fact. Deeply frustrating. I was thinking that we could try and get it over the side, and then we could just sort of go over here, and then it would work. I mean, alternatively, what about something like this? Run parallel instead. Even that doesn't work. Even that doesn't freaking work. Okay, I think we just need to come around the front. I think we need to come around the front, because if it's at the front, then we're not going to have any issues here. He says very confidently. Yeah, okay. So the front is the way. The front is the way to go. So, in there. Let's actually bring it. Let's just bring it around the front. Just bring it around the front. Up here, around the front. Down here, around the front. Up here, around the front. Across. Down around the front. Okay. And then back to here. That's pretty much it. There we go. Okay. And then this is going to come out of here. Oh, it's looking less and less good by the second. But you know what? It's done. That's the thing. It's going to be done, and the exciting thing is that we're actually going to start pogging solar sails into orbit ridiculously quickly. We are one bit of belt short. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. The important thing is that it works. The important thing is that it works. And look, let's be real. You know, from outer space, you're not going to see the belts. You're just going to be marveling at, you know, this crazy, crazy structure. Can I copy? Settings copied. Yeah, I can totally copy. Cool. Nice. So, everything is going to be on orbit numero uno. And we have 3 more to set, and then we'll be ready to go. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. This is very, very cool. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. This is big time cool. This is very, very big time cool. Okay, so inputs into the... Inputs into these things. This one doesn't need it. That one has already got it. This one needs it here. There we go. And then this one will need it over here. Oh. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. We need to reinstate the connection over there. Alrighty. Yeah. It's just me and the boys. It's just, look at this. Look, this is incredible. This is incredible. This is incredible. Wonderful. Okay, can I juice up a little bit? We have some deuterium, but it's all good. Could reverse the direction of the daisy-chained ones. Oh yeah, you're right. We could reverse the direction of the daisy-chained ones and just stick them in the back direction. Yeah, you know what, we could. Yeah, we could do it. We could do that. That's the next stage. That's the next stage of pogulation, which will no doubt happen soon. You know what? Let's stick some deuterium rods in here. The reason being is that as we're traveling back to the mainland, I want to construct the rest of this stuff. Here we go. Okay, so there we go. Build. Pogulation inbound. It's happening. It's happening. Okay, so solar sails are being dispatched as we speak. And in fact, you know what the greatest thing is? Is that it's super easy to scale up our solar sail production. What a turnaround, eh? What a turnaround in enthusiasm for solar sails I've had recently. Gas giant exploration, we have done it. Okay. Very, very exciting. Let's fly back because I am very, very, very keen to see what happens here. It is honestly gonna be like a machine gun going off. It's gonna be incredibly quick. It's gonna be incredibly quick. We're still at pitch limit. Little bit disappointed in that. We only have 350 solar sails, by the way, so we've depleted over 700 of them. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. We're still at pitch limit for a couple. Do we maybe need to stick it into a little bit of a better orbit? Because at the moment, I suspect that we are... I suspect that this isn't great. Oh yeah, the gas giant in our way. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem actually. Maybe doing this on another planet would be a little bit better. Let's have a little look at the star map for a sec. So we're on the top here. It looks like it's just difficult to get it into this orbit. I mean, if we were to fire it into, I guess, like a polar orbit, then there wouldn't be any problems, I don't think. Or there would be fewer problems. As opposed to, what is this? An equatorial orbit, I believe. Either way, it's still giving everything a good chance to... Still giving everything a good chance to just charge up and get everything sorted. We'll throw some solar cells in here manually. Throw some solar cells in there manually. Okay. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. I must confess, having only one firing at this time is very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I feel like maybe we should edit the orbit a little bit. Edit the orbit a little bit. Game audio is desynced. Oof. I don't think I don't think that's... It might not be on my end. It might be on... It might be on the other end. What am I seeing here? Literally one cannon is firing. This is so lame. This is so lame. Literally one freaking cannon is firing. Do I really care about another orbit though? I don't really want to change all of the orbits at the moment. I think we're fine in just one direction for the moment. Okay, let's fly back. Let's fly back. We are working on the technology tree. What are we working on? Working on the technology tree, working on strange matter. Well, I suppose we've been working on the technology tree for the vast majority of the game. Silicon. How on this planet do we still not have enough silicon coming through? We have a little bit of silicon, but we just need a lot of the stuff. We need a whole gosh darned load of the stuff. We got 1,000 in transit. Okay, come on. Bring it home. Bring it home. We have gas giant tech. We have gas giant tech. What do we got? Miniature particle collider. We can actually build that very, very easily. Orbit collector. Used to collect the resources of the gas giants. Yeah, also that's super easy as well, actually. Okay. So, we got the strange matter that we're working on. Wave function interface. Gravitational wave refraction, planetary ionosphere utilization, vertical launching silo. We need to get the vertical launching silo queued up. This will be done on my person. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a few more. We've actually got a decent number of purple science at the moment. I was kind of hoping that we'd have a few more though. It's not necessarily about the silicon smelters. I thought that it was initially, but I think that it's due to our inconsistent silicon delivery from the other planet, which is deeply, deeply, deeply irritating. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for our planet to rotate a pretty considerable amount before we're able to get all of those solar sails properly into orbit. Also, maybe in part it's due to... Yeah, I mean, it should be fine. It should be fine. Part of the problem, I tell you what, part of the problem is that we don't have like a bespoke... We don't have a bespoke high purity silicon area for the silicon crystals. Okay. So, copy. Yep. Paste. 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 And paste. We get this over there. And then what we do is we just run a bespoke belts. Of course we're out of belts. Good timing. Good timing. Of course. Wonderful. We run a bespoke belt that gives us high purity silicon for just the crystals, or that's pretty much it. Also, we are like super stacked on reds. I imagine that we're super stacked on blues as well. We should probably double our blue storage so that we have the ability to stockpile a few more. Alrighty. See you later, worms. Thanks for popping in past, amigo. Much appreciated. Okay. Yeah, so high priority silicon. Not high priority silicon. I guess it is kind of high priority silicon. High purity silicon. But also high priority silicon, I suppose. Okay. So we got plenty of silicon on the input. It's just the output that we need. That's all connected up. It's the output that we need on this side. Cool. And then this can be interjected to the belt right over there. Cool. Right, so that's gonna probably solve our problems, or at least hopefully solve our problems just a little bit. There we go. It's also gonna mean that we use more silicon over here, which is a problem. But it's only a problem if we're not able to supply all of our silicon from off-planet, which we're currently doing at the moment. Cool. I think, you know, orbital mechanics are complicated. Orbital mechanics are ridiculously complicated, and believe it or not, I'm not actually qualified. I may sound like I am, but I'm not. I think the location of the gas giant kind of sucks, right? The location of the gas giant kind of sucks for firing at the sun, because half of the time we're technically not going to be able to. But it's also kind of got to do with the orbit that we want to stick the solar sails in, because the pole is obviously, I guess, not aligned with the orbital direction, if that makes sense. I really, you know, I should try sticking the cannons in a polar orbit. Let me give that a shot. I'm gonna do that, and we'll see if that makes a difference. I suspect that it will. I just want all of these things to fire at the same time. I just want them all to fire at the same time. Okay, so we want to edit the orbits. Let's, we can't edit orbit number uno. We gotta add a second one. Okay, orbit radius. Fine, keep it like the same. Orbit inclination. Inclination needs to be at basically 90, right? Basically 90. We could go to the desert planet, but that would involve moving all of the solar sails across longitude. I think that's fine, right? I think that's fine. Okay, so orbit number 2. But see, that's going to have the added problem of we're only going to be able to fire into the polar orbits every time we rotate around the sun in a certain direction. So we have a little look. We're only going to be in this configuration or in this area for a little while. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. It's a real tricky one. It's a real tricky one. Also, it doesn't sort of help that our orbit around the planet is kind of funky as well. Gosh darn it! This is, who'd have thunk that being a rocket scientist was so gosh darned hard, eh? Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Polar orbit launches come but twice a year. Yes, indeed, indeed. You know, when you put it like that, it's easy to see. It's easy to see how polar orbit launches are just as common as the Queen's birthday, which is a good metric for considering anything, I suppose. Weird. Okay. Yeah, so an equatorial ring of EM ejectors is kind of pog actually as well. I think that is a good option. I think that is a good option. It's not necessarily the end of the world, because I mean we're not really using solar sails for anything at the moment. It's just a little bit irritating more than anything else. Okay, we are back on. Oh my goodness, yeah, we're back on the bandwagon with purple science, which is really, really nice. Okay, what do we need to sort out now? Wave function interface. I would like to get, yes, orbit collector. This is what we're after. Accumulator full. We need to get the energy collector, which we actually have already. Let's see if we can try and charge that up. Let's get some hydrogen, and let's start using hydrogen on this planet for a whole bunch of things. And we'll do it with the freaking... We'll do it with the freaking orbit collector. Let's go and collect from our gas giant. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I feel like solar panels at the pole, solar panels at the North Pole, or solar panels at the South Pole, I can't actually remember, is probably not a productive use of that pole. We're probably going to want to fix that up at some point in the future. Also, this setup is somewhat redundant, given that we actually use proper silicon right now. Let's dismantle that. Let's load up this area with stone. There's not much point continuing this, I don't think. We've got plenty of processors over here, probably more than we're going to need for a decently long time. Let's take these. Let's actually increase the number of what are these? Supermagnetic rings. Can't believe that I remembered that. And we need 20 full accumulators, which means that we're going to need 20 empty accumulators, which is fine. And that means that we're going to need crystal silicon, which is very, very easy. We actually already have, there we go, a whole bunch of crystal silicon over here anyway. It's almost enough. More supermagnetic rings, then we're pretty much there. Then we need more supermagnetic rings. Then we need an interstellar logistics system. Goodness gracious me, we need a lot of stuff for this gas giant collector. Kinda to be anticipated, to be honest. Kinda to be anticipated. Let's build a super fast... Best way to say it. Let's build a super fast assembly machine, but let's not mess with what's not necessarily perfect, but let's not mess with something that does actually work. Because if you mess with it, then there is the distinct chance that by the time that you emerge from the other side, it might just not work. And that is a terrifying prospect, truly a terrifying prospect. Also, we do need to consider that we are probably getting to the point in the game where we're going to see a couple of resource veins just start to expire. I'm going to add a little... That is one of the best... That is one of the worst belts that I have ever built. I'm proud of it. Proud of it too. But yeah, we're gonna get to the point where our veins are gonna start to run out. I'm not bothered about that. We're gonna be able to, you know, import iron from other planets. And to be honest, it might be a good impetus to actually just clean this area out, because there's a lot of space here. There's a lot of space here for me to fill with total junk. So that's exciting. And it would be great if we could import iron from another planet, and I don't really envision that being too difficult of a task, given that we have, I think, 2 planets now. I think 2 planets that we can extract iron from. So I don't think that that's going to be, I don't think that's going to be difficult at all. Right, so we're continuing to smelt iron. We're continuing to make these supermagnetic rings, which is great. How many accumulators do I have? I have almost got enough. Right. Let's make 2 more. And then we will make a interplanetary logistics system. And we're going to need to make an interstellar logistics system. And for that, we're going to need magnetic engines, copper, etc. We should have more than enough of these. Excellent. Nab that. Alright. It might be nice to automate the construction of these. It might be nice. But to be honest, it requires really simple resources. Like, it's always copper that I seem to run out of. And then we need the titanium alloy, which is fine. It would be good to do, though, right? It would be good to just automate the production of these things, instead of having to trek around and pick up the resources every time I need them. It would be good. Okay. Wait for it. Should be happening in just a second. If I do that, it's not gonna take account of the fact that I've already got a planetary logistics system in place in the queue. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that. Fine. All right, let's juice up. Let's juice up. Let's juice up. Also, here's a question. Can I just fly... Can I fly into the orbit of a solar sail and then just sort of drop some in orbit around the sun? Because I can fly up there, right? Like, I can do it. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible for me to fly up into orbit of the sun. So, so why don't I just go and do it manually? You know? Instead of waiting for the EM railguns or whatever. Let me just go and do it. What the heck, eh? Right, so we are working on the interplanetary logistics system. Let's go and see if we can try and juice up these accumulators that I should have in my inventory. I do. So, the way that it works is we stick this on charge. And then we insert the accumulators here, I think. I've got 20 accumulators. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that was it. Okay, wonderful. So, that's it. That's it. We are a go. So, we're going to charge everything up. I don't think it's going to take too long at all, but that is going to charge all the accumulators because we need full accumulators. Then we need supermagnetic rings. Reinforced thrusters are actually really easy to build. Okay, but we're going to need more titanium alloy for that. But it's a good thing that we've been building titanium alloy for like the last, I don't know, 10 years or something. It's probably not much of an exaggeration, to be honest. Okay, and then we'll be ready to go, and then we'll be ready to go, and then we'll be ready to go. Oh, man, this is exciting. This is exciting. Okay, hydrogen. What do we need to do with hydrogen? Like, do we need to do anything with hydrogen? I don't think that there is anything specific that we need to do. But it'll no doubt be good to... It'll no doubt be good to get more of it, for sure. I mean, we can use it in a power setup. We could use it to create deuterium. Speaking of, actually, I don't have any deuterium. Do I? I have a little bit of hydrogen. Oh, we're a little bit full on the yeah, my bad. I introduced a little bit too much hydrogen into this ring. That's kind of embarrassing, actually. That's kind of embarrassing. That is kind of embarrassing. Let's ditch this bit. Let's ditch this bit. Stick it back in there. Hydrogen fuel cells is probably the best use for hydrogen at this moment in time. Anyway, fractionator is not working. Please input raw materials. Is that because we got a little bit of deuterium waiting? Yeah. Okay. So deuterium managed to slip through the cracks and somehow. Yeah. Okay. It's not difficult to see why. So actually, as it turns out, it wasn't a problem with the belt. It was instead a problem with the speed of the inserter. Set filter. Set that to deuterium. I don't know how we managed to produce 3 bits of deuterium in a row. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Very, very weird indeed. Splitting, yeah, we could use a splitter with a filter. It's not a bad idea to use a splitter with a filter. I feel like I should have just used a faster sorter in the first place, though. That's the only issue. But good shout on that front. Look at that. That's a double whammy. That's a double whammy right there. That's real good. That's real good. That's real good. I tell you what. There is no reason. There is absolutely no reason to put the deuterium back on this belt. Absolutely no reason whatsoever to put the deuterium back on the belt. It doesn't even need to be split. That's literally the change that needed to be made there. Okay, let's go nab our accumulators now. Strange matter, excellent. That is good. Okay, let's grab the 20 accumulators that are full. Let's produce the assembler. We actually have all of the required components. There is nothing that we need to make, and we are able to get this orbital collector pretty much right now. Okay, so research speed. I think we're gonna get research speed. I'm gonna do this manually, I think, because we haven't connected up a route for our information matrices quite yet. So that's something to consider. Nick Macca, thank you very much for the subscription, amigo. Good to have you on board. You now have access to some of the finest freaking emotes in the game, so please do indeed spam them relentlessly. Thanks again for the support. Alrighty, 624 out of 999 information matrices, and we are good. Okay, we are still having problems with our particle broadband over here. And it's oil. How did I know that it was going to be oil? I'm so dissatisfied with oil at the moment. We just don't have anywhere near enough. Yeah, we just need more. We just need more. We just need more refined oil. Okay, well, do we have our orbit collector? We do indeed. We do indeed. I suspect that we may have to... we may have to deploy this one manually, which is kind of an exciting prospect. Okay, let's take off. Shouldn't be difficult to find the moon. No, not the moon. The planet. This is actually the planet, right? We are the moon. All right. I'm not even gonna fly. Okay, Alt. I can't land. I can't land here. How do I place this down? Oh, this is embarrassing. All right, it's a little too dark here. How do I slow down? There we go. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. All right. So landing on this planet is a no-no. Not able to land on this planet. Need to put it at the equator. Okay. Oh, we got it. 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 Can only be built at the equator, which means that we are... Cool. Excellent.
Outside of building range,
Fishy-kun, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the prime there, amigo. Much appreciated. Please do indeed spam those emotes relentlessly. Sorry for not giving you more attention. I'm just panicking at the fact that I'm, yeah, a little bit low on the old juice here. A little bit low on the old juice. We don't want to get sucked into the vortex of the... We don't want to get sucked into the vortex of the gas giant here. Out of building range, out of building range. Oh, there we go. Equator. We got it. Literally right there. Okay. We got it? We got it. Okay. Nice.
You have built an orbital collector, which can collect the resources of this gas giant automatically. The logistics vessel will come to
remote supply, remote supply.
As you send these resources as interstellar demand at other sites. Furthermore,
okay, all right. So it will consume the resources and then it will turn into energy. Okay, right. Well, thankfully we are very, very close by. Very, very close by our own planet. So I think it's conceivably... It's actually impossible for me to miss. Oh, it's the most perfect landing of all time. It's the most perfect landing of all time. It's the insta-juice landing. Oh, you'll love to see it. Oh, that was incredible. Oh, that was nice. Landing right in the heavy juice zone. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh, cracking. That is what we like to see. That is what we like to see. Okay, also, yellow matrices. Ooh, yeah, very nice. At least this is happening well. Or at least this is happening at a good pace. So, we can import hydrogen. We can import fire ice. I have no idea what we want to do with a fire ice. But hydrogen at least might be a good power source. But again, do we really need power? Not really. We don't even really need hydrogen, to be honest. Yeah, fire ice. We don't have any intel on fire ice, to be honest. We don't have any intel on fire ice. Graphite. Oh, we got a lot of graphite here. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, but see, the thing is, what do we do with fire ice? That's the real question. Fire rice? Fried rice? It's just... But even power, we are 100% here. We are 100% here. Okay, 13 cubes. Can we please just fix this setup once and for all? That's freaking oil. Fire ice is a graphite shortcut. Is it? The advanced graphite recipe. A graphene shortcut. Aha! A graphene shortcut. Okay. Well, that would be good, because that would mean that we don't require sulfuric acid for graphene, which is kind of nice. Graphene and graphite, they're too similar. They're too similar of a word. I'll tell you that for free. Okay, well, I mean, this seems like a no-brainer, right? This seems like an absolute no-brainer, given the close proximity to the chemical process here. Let's get one chemical plant. I sincerely believe that we're only going to need one chemical plant. Nice. Okay. So, we need to set this to local demand. Right, so we need to demand hydrogen. Remote demand. 10,000, sure, whatever. No, not even hydrogen. Whoops. Fire ice. Remote demand. Yep. 10,000. Sure. Now, I suspect that it might take a little while. I suspect that it might take a little while for us to accumulate enough fire ice. Do we see how much we're able to actually accumulate? I suspect that it might take us a little while to accumulate enough fire ice for the ship to actually properly dispatch. Yeah, clear and reset. We don't need that. Yeah, so that might sort of present a little bit of a problem there. Yeah, also, we have graphene. Graphene is currently running from this area all the way around here. Graphene is... I tell you what, let's leave the graphene... Let's leave the graphene over there, because we are actually bringing graphene right over here for production as part of the carbon nanotubes. So this is a great opportunity. This is a really, really good opportunity. So we're just gonna yoink down a little bit of foundation here. Clean up the area. Cracking. Let's bring this belt. Or let's stop that belt for just a second. Bear with me on this one. Bear with me on this one, folks. So this goes over here. And we're gonna take fire ice. Fire ice. What a ridiculous, incredible name. Okay. Over here. And we'll yoink this over here. Spicy ice. Spicy ice. That's it. It's just spicy ice. Ice with a little bit of spice. Here's the thing that I've been thinking about recently. Is toothpaste spicy? Like, is the concept of spice translatable to toothpaste? I know this has absolutely nothing to do with the game. But is toothpaste spicy? Yeah, but see, the concept of spice is more than... Okay, I mean, there is a technical distinction there, right? Sure, you know, mint is a herb, therefore it's herby, right? But is it spicy? Is it spicy? Like, I think that the meaning of spice means more than just a spice. I think it means, like, hotness in the context of spicy food. This is a very, very abstract conversation. I appreciate that. But, oh, wait, hold up. Do we need a... Ah, yes, the advanced graphene. The advanced graphene recipe. That's what we're after. Ooh! Look at this. The spicy ice has arrived. I brush my teeth with chili powder. That's very... very astute. Very healthy. Okay. Right, so, on the output... Oh, we get hydrogen for free here. I don't really want the hydrogen, though. I don't really want the hydrogen. Also, let's do this. We'll do this so that we keep the spice flowing. Not literally, because we're using the spicy ice to make the graphene, but you know, you get it. We'll use the hydrogen in a Oh, God. Miniature particle accelerator? Pretty sure this is what? Pretty sure this is something that uses hydrogen. Burning it. I was thinking of burning it. I guess we'll burn it. I do want to get a mini particle accelerator. We're going to need a few other components in order to make that happen. Let's go and collect them whilst we're waiting for the thermal gens to finish up here. Okay. We need these ones. Yeah, that's the ticket. Mini particle accelerator. Ah, we need 50. It's fine. We can wait. Burning deuterium instead of burning hydrogen is a marvelous idea. But we would need a mini particle accelerator in order to get guaranteed deuterium, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure this fractionator only gives us... Yeah, it only gives us a chance. Which, to be honest, is still fair enough, right? Like, it's still not too bad. Alright, but I think, you know, for now, we'll just burn it. It's free real estate, as they say. And I think that will be more than enough. Sort. No. Nope. That was bad on so many levels. Okay, so it needs to be set to hydrogen, and it needs to go over there. Excellent. And we'll get tier 2 over here, tier 2 over there. Kraken. Okay, let's burn hydrogen. Is that going to be enough? I suspect that that's going to be enough thermal power plants. Might even be too many, but that's fine. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. So, we have graphene coming through, and actually, that's a really, really great time saver. The fact that we no longer need to use sulfuric acid is a big plus, because sulfuric acid is... I mean, it consumes oil. It's just that simple. It consumes 6 refined oil. Is a very, very wasteful process, and all of that refined oil could be much better spent, much better spent on this process over here, which I think is exactly what we want to do. All right. Yeah, it can also be very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous indeed. So now my mech is more protected than ever from the dangers of the world, and especially sulfuric acid. Okay, I'd like to do a couple of things. First of all, this belt here is completely saturated, and that's great. But I think that we just need more. Are there any gas giants that perhaps give you refined oil? That sounds like a ridiculous statement. But I would love it. I would love it to be true. Also, we want to warp. How challenging is warp speed? How hard can it be? As somebody famous once said. How hard can it be? Universe exploration. I think we actually probably want this, right? Yeah, I suspect that we do want it. You know what I think we're gonna do? I think we need to rework our... Hold up. Are we full on yellow? Yellow tech? Oh no, we're not. It's just the belt buildup. That's fine. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take like 30 seconds to rework our research area. Yeah, we need to take it down from the top. Yeah, fine. So, couple of things to consider here. First and foremost, at this present moment, we've got a nice backlog on the belts. It's not going to be the same forever. But also, this setup is absolutely garbage, and there is like no scalability whatsoever. There is no scalability whatsoever. So, what we're going to do is we're going to yeet down a bit of foundation here. Flatten this area out. That's looking pretty good. Looking very, very nice indeed. And then we're going to see if we can try and get some... We'll probably just worry about the... base research matrices first. And then we can worry about stacking them up later. Okay. So, How many belts can we actually manage to get down here? Oh, this is... Oh, God, gosh. Oh, it's going to be an ugly transition as well, isn't it? Yikes. Okay, well, we can get 3 belts down on... That's utterly idiotic. We can get 3 belts down on each side. I don't know how many types of researches there are, but, I mean, we've got, what, 4 at the moment? So we basically need 4 inputs at this present time to every research lab. Okay. Again, literally very, very simple setup. Lack of item. Cool. Happy to build more. I would like to know, I would very much like to know how many sorters. I'd like to know how many sorters that I've built over the course of this entire game. I suspect a lot. Also, we are out of juice. We are out of juice. Daisy chaining is entirely possible, I think, but what's the point, really? I think we just do this. Can I mine some coal? Literally gonna eat some coal. We have the other side. The other side, I'm gonna put down a whole bunch of additional belts over there. I honestly think that this setup is fine. No need to overcomplicate things. Okay, let's eat a little bit of coal. Just to get back up to speed. And then let's very dangerously see if we can try and stick down a couple of other pylons. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're out of juice yet again. I've been playing with spicy ice a little bit too much. Playing with fire, playing with spicy ice. Let's turn that into a turn of phrase. We will stack the science labs. The only thing is that I wanted... Let's copy the settings here. I wanted to get the base down first, and all of these labs are going to have, like, another, well, however many labs on top of them. Should probably just stack them straight up. Anyway, they're all going to be maxed out. They're all going to be maxed out. It's just a matter of time. There we go. Okay, let's go and juice up. Let's go and juice up real quick, because working like this is about as dreadful as it gets. About as dreadful as it gets. Okay. In this, you know, we don't really need to worry about how many that we have. All that we need to really worry is that we have a layer of the base research components. So there are 7, I think I put down 6 or 7 research labs there. So as long as we are able to, like, constantly fill 6 or 7, then we'll be fine. Because it only researches on the upper levels if it has enough to satisfy the demand of the first level, I believe. Either way, if it ends up being too much, then only the first research labs will end up taking the research tokens in. Right. 20. Booyah. I think the belts will be able to handle it. If they're not able to handle it, then we will work it out. I will give them a stern talking to. Alright, more iron. More iron, and then we're good. Okay. I have destroyed a lot of beaches. I have destroyed an inordinate amount of beaches. Just think of the tourists that we could have attracted. Just think of the tourists that we could have attracted. It would be so lovely. It would be so, so, so lovely. Okay. Next level, let's get red. Let's get reds. Blue should be on the outside, actually. Yeah, otherwise we're gonna have to belt up and over with our other belts. Oh man, I really hate this little nubbin that we've created here, but whatever. Let's get red now. Red can be on the first one. Red can be on the first one, so that we don't have to worry. And then yellow. This might not be... it's fine. Cool. Alright. It's a little funky, but it's fresh. It's fresh. And then reconnect the power. And what do you know? We should be golden. Excellent. Excellent. And we will throw down... We'll throw down I guess like a preventative belt. A future-proofing belt. For our purple. Okay. And then we're going to have to find some insane way of getting our purple research cubes all the way out over here. Right. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I mean, we have a couple of... If I stop using my stuff in the inventory, we can probably... Short term. Very, very short term. Let's use one of these. And then... Will this connect up? That, unbelievably, that connects up. Okay, cool. And then all of our purple cubes. Let's get that going over there. We're probably not going to have quite enough throughput from just one single sorter. But I doubt that there's going to be another option to sort out the angle properly here. Either way, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. That's absolutely fine. And we're going to be able to make some pretty darn good progress on this research, which is itself going to speed up